All right, let's talk about something we all know but maybe don't love to talk about: failure. We're going to dive deep into this today because what if, just what if, we could start seeing failure not as some kind of dead end, but as like a crucial step on the way to getting better?
Seriously, just take a second and think about it. That feeling when you've hit a wall, you're trying something over and over, and you just feel done, totally defeated. It's a feeling we all share, and it's really the core of what we're going to unpack here.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? There's no sugarcoating it. When it happens, failure feels, well, it feels like failure. It's that punch to the gut sensation of not making the cut. But the real story, the one we're interested in, is about what you do right after that feeling hits.
Okay, so to really get a handle on this, let's look at a pretty incredible real-life story. It's all about persistence when facing a challenge that honestly felt impossible.
5. Just let that sink in for a moment. 5 times. We're talking more than 2 years spent trying to pass one single required math class in college. This wasn't just a little stumble. This was a massive, recurring roadblock that could have ended the whole college dream.
I mean, look at this journey. It's brutal. Fail. Then another fail. And another. And another. Any one of those moments would have been a perfectly understandable time to just walk away. But that's not what happened. After 4 straight failures, success. And you know what? It wasn't a perfect A. It was a B, a hard-won victory that was about so much more than the grade.
And this right here, this is how deep the damage can go. It wasn't just about a grade anymore. The failure started to eat away at their identity, making them wonder, do I even belong here? Am I smart enough for this? And that's a painful place to be, one I think a lot of us have probably visited.
So you might think, okay, that was a tough lesson learned. But this whole cycle wasn't a one-and-done thing. It actually showed up again in a totally different part of life, trying to find a job.
So after being out of the workforce for a bit, they hit that same wall. Just a constant stream of no's, rejection after rejection. It was that exact same feeling of being trapped in a loop, you know? You put in the effort, you get the same bad result. And that's when they had that light bulb moment. Something has got to change here. And this is the pivot. This is the moment the whole story shifts from just repeated failure to a real breakthrough. And the secret sauce wasn't just about trying harder. Nope. It was about trying differently. You can see the whole shift laid out right here. The old way? Just doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. But the new way? That was all about active analysis. For that math class, it meant finding teachers on YouTube who explained things in a completely new way. For the job hunt, it meant going back over every single failed interview, picking it apart to figure out what went wrong and how to do it better next time.
And the results were, well, a total game changer. By actually learning from the failures instead of just pushing through them, both of those huge barriers came down. That passing grade and that new job weren't just a prize for being stubborn. They were a reward for being smart and for adapting.
Now, what's so powerful about this story is that it's not just one person's experience. It actually points to a much bigger, more fundamental truth about, well, about being human. This cycle of failing and then adapting, it's not the exception. It's the rule. And this is the thing that really connects all of us. It's not our shiny, perfect successes. It's our struggles. It's the moments we fall down. Realizing that everyone, and I mean everyone, fails at something can be so freeing. It takes the shame out of it and turns it into a shared experience.
I just love this idea. The source points out that the most capable people, like astronauts, aren't the ones who've never messed up. They're the ones who've messed up so many times that they've learned how to deal with it. They accept it, they get back up, and they try again. But this time, they're smarter. Failure literally becomes part of their resume, a qualification, not a reason to kick them out.
So I want to leave you with this question. Think about a challenge in your own life right now, or maybe a setback from your past. What if you stopped looking at it as just a failure? What if you started looking at it as data, as a lesson? What is that failure trying to teach you, and how could it become the launch pad for your next big success?